Canelo. I want $150,000. But we can sell it out of court right now for $20. That's how you sound, nigga. You sound like that nigga Ezel from Friday, nigga. That's how the fuck you sound. You know what I'm saying? But you want $150 million to $200 million to fight Benavidez. You know, here's the thing, man. I get it. You're tired of hearing about Benavidez. You're tired of questions about Benavidez. Benavidez is constantly calling you out. You know, Benavidez Senior, as well as this nigga can't drive for shit. Hey, don't try to drive and talk in Florida. It takes a skilled professional to drive like myself. But anyway, like I was saying, Jose Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? David Benavidez, they talk about Canelo constantly, every day. The nigga moved up to 175. You know what I'm saying? Still calling out Canelo. You know? I get it. You're annoyed by Benavidez. I get that part. But at the same time, my nigga, like, you don't say some shit like that, $150 million to price yourself out, bro. I think he said out of frustration, to be honest with you. I'm going to just say this. He said it out of frustration. And I'm not making excuses for Canelo, but the nigga was like, I'm tired of hearing about this nigga Benavidez, man. Just send me $150 million and I'll fight him tomorrow. Send me $200 million, I'll fight that nigga tomorrow. Type shit. You know, but at the same time, perception is reality. Motherfuckers thinking you're ducking Benavidez. You know, you're pricing yourself out. Who the fuck asked for $150 million to fight one motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Who asked for $150 million to fight one motherfucker? Nobody. I don't even think Mayweather, I know Mayweather didn't ask for $150 million to fight Pacquiao. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So him saying that, the perception is that it's solidified that Canelo is ducking Benavidez, right? At the same time, shout out to Mill City Boxing. I saw the interview, well, at least part of it. I watched like the first 45 minutes of Jose Benavidez Senior on Mill City's boxing channel, and you know, one listener asked a question to Jose Benavidez Senior. They asked him, hey, why didn't you invoke the mandatory challenger clause for the WBC title before you moved up to 175? And his answer was basically, and I'm paraphrasing, he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing about it, right? So for me, him answering that way, it says two things to me. It says, you really don't want to fight Canelo. At the same time, you clout chasing Canelo by constantly saying his name, you know? And when he got on that interview, he was like, man, I'm happy that he said $150 million. That lets you know he wants a payday. That lets you know he's scared of Benavidez. You know, but I get it, man. It's basically like Benavidez is living rent-free in Canelo's head, because this guy is like his worst nightmare. They're constantly, every day, saying Canelo, 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 Canelo. Fight me, you're scared, you're this, you're that. Every day. And so Canelo hears that and he's tired of it. I get it. But again, perception is reality, bro. You said you want to fight the nigga for $150 million to $200 million, and you'll fight him tomorrow. Who the hell besides the Sheik, you know what I'm saying, His Excellency, besides him, who can offer you that kind of money? Now, granted, yeah, you know, them niggas in Saudi, they create money. Basically, their money is infinite. You know what I'm saying? Almost like Mansa Musa, but not quite. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, man, it's almost basically like he's the only one that can provide that. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it for him to invest $150 million to $250 million or $200 million for Canelo, right, to fight Benavidez in Saudi? It's up to him. He's the only guy that can do it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, other than that, man, he also said, you know, Benavidez brings nothing to the table but 25 pounds on fight night, because he rehydrates to basically cruiserweight, 200 pounds. And it's a fact, because Benavidez, on a recent interview when he was actually training, they asked him, they said, So how much do you weigh right now? He said 198. And he was training. So the man walks around and trains at 198, basically 200 pounds. And so I get why. I told y'all the dude was big as hell for 168. He's basically killing himself to make 168. That's why he moved up to 175. So yeah, this is what's going to happen, you know. And I do believe they're going to fight. You know, Canelo's going to activate a rehydration clause, you know, for 25 pounds. You know, to make sure he doesn't balloon up. He might even do it 10 pounds. And you can't go 10 pounds overweight. I bet you, because Canelo got that kind of power, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do some crazy rehydration clause where you can't balloon up past 10 pounds or 5 pounds above 168. And if he does that, you know, he'll be docked or won't fight. He's going to do some crazy shit like that. Watch what's going to happen. And so this is that is really the elephant in the room, honestly. You know, from my assessment, the motherfucker too big. That's why he said the only thing he brings to the table is him gaining 25 pounds on fight night from him rehydrating. Canelo thinks he's too big. Canelo thinks Benavidez is too big. That's why he really doesn't want to fight him unless there's a rehydration clause. And I would say it would be a 10-pound weight difference. He's going to limit him to 10 pounds. I guarantee you that. He can't go over 10 pounds during fight night. It might even be less than that, knowing Canelo. He'll be like, yo, you can't go over 5 pounds. You can't go over 2 pounds or an ounce. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some crazy shit. But definitely he's going to activate a rehydration clause when they do ultimately fight. You know? But nonetheless, man, you know, Canelo, I'm sure he shed that shit out of frustration. Yeah, I want to fight. Just give me $150 million to $200 million to fight Benavidez. I'll fight him tomorrow. You know, it's kind of like, you know, people are saying, yo, like, if Benavidez brings nothing to the table, what does John Ryder, Jaime Munguia, you know, Irislani Lara, you know, so on and so forth, names like this, all these other fighters, you know, Billy Joe Saunders, what did they bring to the table, right? Everybody besides John Ryder was a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's and once John Ryder became a mandatory, you know, Canelo just went right on it. Because guess what? He knows he can beat him. And so Benavidez has been a mandatory for years, and two things have happened. Benavidez's camp never activated a mandatory challenger clause, right? They never activated the mandatory status to fight Canelo. And number two, Canelo never jumped on the opportunity to fight Benavidez. Why? Because he's too big. Period. He's too big. And so when they do fight, when they do ultimately fight, Canelo will have a rehydration clause, probably 10 pounds or less, to make sure he doesn't balloon up past 10 pounds or less during fight night. That's what's going to happen, right? So, but yeah, man, those are my thoughts on that, family, about another accident in South Florida. What do you say? What the hell do you say? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, man, about Canelo saying he wants between 150 and $200 million to fight Benavidez. Let me know in the comment section, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.